Oh, Colby, did I tell you? I'm talking to a girl.
No. Barry?
I believe she's half Mexican. I should know because I love Mexican. This is like the worst way to start this, but all right, I didn't say that. Adam Driver said that in this movie for the new month. What's going on, guys? My name is Barry.
Did he say he was an aficionado of Mexicans? And this is Colby.
And this is Who Watches This?
Theme music.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to a new month of Who Watches This podcast.
Yeah.
And I think this month is something that we haven't really. I don't know how you would explain this because obviously it's good enough for this event that I don't know if I can call this underrated or underappreciated.
Right.
But it definitely didn't have a wide audience.
Oh no. I remember, I don't know if I think I remember when it came out. I remember seeing a trailer for it, but I don't know if I ever saw it like in the theater. I thought maybe it was like a straight to streaming or something.
Yeah, it really seems like a lot of those like festival movies kind of just go to the wayside.
Right.
They're like a lot of these movies are like made for these festivals, and that's it. Which, man, that is a rich power move right there.
I feel like it's like 60 films made for this festival. One will make it big.
Well, I guess maybe it's their way of showcasing the film.
Right.
A lot of these people, a lot of these famous actors just work with these people because they're famous directors. I guess, right? Like the Lars von Trapp guy. I don't know. Wait, is that the dude from no, not Lars something. I'm pretty sure because the Von Trapps are from A Sound of Music.
Oh, but yes, yeah.
But yeah, it's the guy who directed like Antichrist and the Nymphomaniac Diaries and The House That Jack Built.
Okay, yeah.
You know that one, right?
That one, yes.
That one was terrible.
The first two, I was like, I don't know what those.
Oh. Yeah, well, Antichrist is with William Dafoe. And it was like all in black and white, and it was so weird. He's also the same director that said like the Nazis had a good idea or something like that. Which was
I guess even bad publicity is good publicity.
I don't know, but Kristen Dunst was pretty pissed because she was in that movie. But if you guys haven't guessed it, we are doing what's it called? The Festival de Cannes.
Yup.
Or the Cannes Festival. I think that's how you call it. But yeah, it's one of those international festivals, and this month we're doing a round of those movies.
Right.
And I feel like, you know, a lot of their content is pretty heavy. So I figure we would start with a pretty light one.
This is the light one. Oh, great. This will be a fun month.
It's a dark comedy, but
I do like a movie that like afterwards you can think about and you get more out of the movie like over the 24 hours watching it. Where like we did you do like a wrestling month and you're like at the movies over as like 2 hours of entertainment and like then you don't have to think about it again.
Well, like one of the unfortunate things for this movie is the director Jim I can't say his last name. He usually does like these type of like movies where it has like this underlying message on it.
Yeah.
But it's more subtle. For this one, the only downside I want to say is that towards the end they kind of just spell it out for us, which I was like, oh,
with Hobo Bob,
Hobo Baggins. But man, I'd be like, I would say it's light because you know Bill Murray's in it. Bill Burr,
yeah,
and Bill Murray and Adam Driver, who are the stars of this movie, really pull this movie along.
And they play off each other very well.
Right, man. Oh man, it would be so cool to just do a movie with Bill Murray.
Right.
Right.
I would just like to eat lunch with Bill Murray.
I know, but like the funny thing about it is I can picture that lunch being extremely quiet.
Yep.
And when you tell people, it's hilarious that it was extremely quiet.
Yeah.
But when you're in that moment, it's like nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
Or like, he just has one thing, is like, good sandwich.
Right, yeah, because I'm like, I do this and I've owned my own business, but pretty introverted one-on-one with somebody, especially somebody of like stature that I'm intimidated by. I'm very much just like, you start the conversation, I'll follow along.
Oh, especially for you too, because you grew up with Bill Murray.
Right.
From what Ghostbusters 1984. He's there in your late middle school.
Right. Stripes even before that.
Oh, right.
Like, yeah, he was already like a
comedy legend.
A comedy legend by Ghostbusters.
What, Caddyshack?
Oh, yep.
So yeah, so especially I grew up with him with like the Ghostbusters, Mr. Destiny, the Scrooge. Those are the movies I kind of grew up with, and then you grew up with more like when he was like more even younger,
right?
And yeah, so for you, it would definitely be like sweat on your brow, nerves. But let's go ahead and do our movie trailer for this movie, right? In Centerville, USA, where it's a nice place, a town gets caught up in a sudden zombie apocalypse, and it's up to the two sheriffs, Dr. Peter Venkman and Bill Murray and Adam Driver. Starring 2019's The Dead Don't Die, sung by Sturgill Simpson. Don't worry, you won't forget, because the movie mentions him like about 10 times.
Right.
And also joined with them is a star-studded cast of Donald Glover from Lethal Weapon, Selena Gomez, the chick who used to date Justin Bieber, Tilda Swinton in all those weird movies, Chloe Sevigny, who's giving fellatio to her ex-husband on screen, Steve Buscemi, who's that uncle that you talk to your therapist about, and the RZA from the Wu-Tang Clan. This is 2019's The Dead Don't Die. I have it written now, but I splashed it a little extra on there.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's weird. It's weird to kind of talk about this movie because the way that this director really sets up a lot of his scenes is that it's pretty mundane. Right?
Right. Yeah, because literally like the plot is one sentence long.
So like we're really gonna shorten this plot right now, and we're just gonna talk about this movie because for a lot of these festival films, they're very artsy.
Yep. And
there's so many underlying messages that I might have caught or you might have caught that we both didn't catch at the same time, right? So really, this movie is just about a small town and its residents, right? With Adam Driver, Bill Murray, Chloe, Donald Glover, the RZA, and everything. They all have these things that are happening to them where their technology isn't working, where the day's way too long. We have Tilda Swinton, who's the weird Norwegian chick that's the new mortuary.
The Scottish.
Oh, she's Scottish?
Scottish, mortician.
Man,
into Japanese culture.
Appropriation, whatevs. And a lot of these strange happenings keep happening, and it's mainly due to the Earth reversing its rotation.
Right, which is, we later find out, done because of fracking done on the polar ice caps.
Was that it?
That was it.
Man, I must have missed that because I wanted to watch a video on it to see what other people have said. And I was like, where does the fracking come into play?
Yep.
Do you remember the scene that it comes into play, or like where they explain it?
They explained it on the news, one of the news broadcasts, because in the background, about 3 times they have like a newscaster kind of explaining something, and that's one of them.
Oh, okay. And then also there's like this weird glow around the moon.
Right.
That's happening, and then zombies come.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the movie.
That's pretty much the movie.
All right, episode over, guys. Bye.
Shortest episode ever.
I know, but really, I feel like this. I feel like for this month, it might be easier for us to just talk about the film without really going into a lot of detail, like the story of it.
Right, I'm like that. That's hard. Really the story.
Yeah.
I mean, that's it.
We just saved you an hour and like 40 minutes.
Yeah.
But let's go ahead and talk about. So, like, I wanted to talk about how this movie has a lot of developing subplots that go absolutely nowhere.
Oh no, they all go somewhere.
What about the juvenile kids?
They're the future. The children are our future.
You guys got to remember, Kobe grew up in the 80s, where that was like the motto. Children are our future. Lead the way.
Yep.
Well, no, okay, so
no, that's totally like
that's the symbolism for that.
Before reading, like as I went in, like I was like, there's things in this that confused me. Let me go and read up on it and see. And it's all speculative. Lots of people are like, I have ideas,
but so it's all speculation.
But that was totally what I got. It was like, oh, like the children, they're seeing the problems that the world has and the adults all have. And they escape into the forest, and they're like the lone survivors of the movie, besides Hobo Bob.
Oh, you know, which I don't think the zombies wanted to eat him because he smelled like outside.
I felt like he was almost like Mother Nature. He was like Gaia, and he was like, screw you, humanity. And then like the humanity gets eaten by zombies, and he's like, back to the way it should be.
I mean, yeah, I guess really, because Bill Murray at the opening scene just lets him shoot around him, not, you know, and he's just like, all right, John, just stop stealing Steve Buscemi's chickens.
You just don't be doing anything illegal. We're going back to town.
Right. You know what's funny too is like the dynamic between the scene of Steve Buscemi and Donald Glover. Because Steve Buscemi has a hat that says "Make America White Again," but then he's very cordial with Donald Glover, which is I thought it was going to be I thought they would have all this animosity towards each other, and then when the waitress goes, "Oh, did you not want your coffee, Steve?" and he goes, "Nope, too black for me," and I was like, "Wow, that's." And he looks at Donald Glover, he's like, I mean, it's too strong for the caffeine content, and my doctor says I have to cut down.
Yeah, that is a great.
Yeah.
Because that's also makes fun of those people who are all like, yeah, down with this color or these people, or send them back over the wall or whatever. And then when they're around, they're like, hey, how's it going?
That's not what I mean. I just, I would like some space.
They did a totally different subject, but like same subject, totally different. They had like a little news broadcast, and they were interviewing people, and there was like a white festival.
What?
And they were like, yeah, hey, why are you here for the White Festival? And the guy's just like, oh, hey, it's a good group of people. I don't care about it. Yeah, everybody's equal in my eyes. I don't care. It's just it's a good group of people. But, it's like, hey, we're down here to celebrate being white. And they're like, and the interviewer's like, but is, any particular reason? He's like, oh, yeah. They make great food. White people make great food. And he's like, what's your favorite food? The tacos, the fish tacos.
Like, like a lot of people say, like, white people don't mind the food. They'll take that like how they take everything else. No. Oh, and then also we have a subplot of Selena Gomez and her two guy friends.
Right.
That come into town, and I was like, oh, okay, we're gonna have like a little teenage movie subplot in here, and then they just die.
That was totally like homage to like horror movies and zombie movies. They come in the car.
Oh, and that sweet Camaro.
It's the car from Night of the Living Dead.
Oh, that's
George Romero's car. Yeah.
That's why Bilbo Baggins says sweet George Romero Camaro.
It's from that movie. They come in, they're there kind of to watch the news and get a little bit of background information while they're complaining.
Yeah.
And then to be like, cannon fodder for zombies to eat.
Yeah, they were just there for exposition, just for like this news plot dump.
Yep.
I was kind of sad though, because I thought there was going to be something with Selena Gomez, because as she says bye to, I believe his name is Billy, or fondly known as Frodo Baggins.
Right.
When he looks at her, there's like these sparkles of gold behind her.
Yes.
And I was like, oh, is there something mystical about her? Because there's already all this weird shit happening. So I was like, oh, does she have like supernatural powers?
I feel like every girl has been rude to Bilbo and Billy.
Yeah, Billy.
And then one girl is nice to him and he's in love. That's all I took it as.
Yeah, no, I get that. Like, as soon as she died, I was like, oh, okay. She was just nice to Bilbo. And then yeah, like, you really, it's weird because like because the dialogue is so mundane, and it almost feels kind of what you think how small town people would talk, right? Because like, especially with like Adam Driver's comment, he's like, oh, that girl's half Mexican and I love Mexicans, but like the way he says it is that it's not in a way that it's malicious in intent.
Right.
It's just how, small town people, middle America might say things.
Right. I mean, like, he meant it as innocent as, oh, like, that girl's got red hair and I like girls with red hair to do it for me. But
like, yeah, there's nothing malicious about that. So because you kind of get to know a lot of the citizens with like Donald Glover, RZA, Bilbo Baggins, the guy from the motel, I know he's in a lot of things. And because of the way they do his hair, it makes him look totally different. But like the way that you kind of get to know these people, it really made me attached to them.
Yeah.
And so to find out that no one survives at all besides Hobo Baggins, it made me super sad about it. This movie is wildly depressing.
So there ends up being 5 survivors from this entire town. The 3 children who are our future. Hobo Bob.
Yeah.
And then
Tilda Swinton.
Tilda, yeah. Zelda. Who gets beamed up Scotty out of nowhere. Yep.
All right, so yeah, we have Zelda played by Tilda Swinton, who is the mortuary, and she's super into Japanese stuff. She's doing like katas with her samurai sword or her katana.
Yep.
And it's kind of cool because she's slicing through these zombies like a white version of Michonne from The Walking Dead.
Yes, I definitely felt like that. Yeah.
But did you understand that part at all, where she gets beamed up?
Okay, so no, and that's one of the parts where I was like, I have to. I am confused. Yeah, so she slices through a bunch of zombies into this cow field, and then a UFO comes and picks her up and takes her away. The consensus on that is that she is an alien.
Well, that would make sense.
In a interview, see, now I'll have to ask your opinion on this because I don't know enough. But they said that they interviewed the director, and he modeled this character after Link from Zelda.
Oh, okay.
That's why it's got the hair and the ears and carries a sword. And in Ocarina of Time, there's aliens. I didn't ever play that game. Did
aliens?
Did Link get
abducted?
Or what's the mask?
Oh, Majora's Mask?
Majora's Mask. There was aliens.
Oh, that one maybe. I never played Majora's Mask.
Okay, because I was like, did Link go up into a spaceship and fly off at the end? Or like, I
have no idea.
Was there some kind of insinuation that Link was an alien at some point? I didn't know if that tied in at all. I didn't see anything on that other than that he just had kind of modeled the look off of.
Well, like in Majora's Mask, all I know is that it's a Groundhog's Day situation. You get 3 days to beat the game, or else the day just starts over, or the 3 days start over, or something like that. So okay. I don't know. It could be because I remember there was an issue with like the moon, so that could be where the alien concept came from. But yeah, I don't know.
But there's a part like where she's sitting in the police office, and she just kind of
she
runs her hand over the computer, and then all of a sudden it's all like matrixy typing, and that's apparently she's ordering the UFO taxi to come pick her up.
Oh yeah, I saw that and I was like, what the hell just happened? Did she just Jedi mind tricks the computer station?
Right.
I guess she called herself a cosmic Uber.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
I wonder if she would have taken Bill Murray and Adam Driver with her. She's like, meet me at the graveyard. I'm like, why do we have to meet? That's like, I think that's the worst place to go. That's like Zombie Central.
Right.
But maybe because they weren't ready to let go, she was like, I guess I can't take you guys with me.
Yeah.
One of the characters I really did not like too much was Chloe Savine's character, that female deputy. And I was like, is she playing a caricature of like a horror stereotype?
I wasn't sure on that. Like, I didn't hate the character, and I guess if you're like, you're low-level police in a really small town, the worst you have to worry about is like Hobo Bob stealing the farmer's chicken. And she just was not prepared for there to be a zombie outbreak.
Right. But it's funny because weirdly enough, throughout this whole film, Adam Driver seems way too relaxed.
Yes.
He's like, as Bill Murray has said towards the end of the movie, he's like, you've been oddly in control of this whole situation.
Yeah.
And like, this whole day you've been saying, well, this isn't going to end well. And like throughout the movie, it has bothered Bill Murray so much. He's like, what does that mean?
Right.
What does he know? So when he finally gets to ask Adam Driver, like, what did you mean? We go into a Deadpool type of conversation. Were you expecting that?
I was not at all expecting that.
Because this is where we find out that Adam Driver says to Bill Murray, was like, well, I read the script. And then Bill Murray's like, what?
The whole script?
Yeah.
Not phased like, what do you mean you read a script? It was, you read the whole script? I only got my part.
Well, he's like, I only got the parts that we're in together.
Yeah.
Which, I don't know, it could happen. I feel like that's what they do to Tom Holland. Since he can't keep his mouth shut with spoilers.
Right.
And so I was trying to understand that whole situation too. I was like, this movie is a bunch of onions.
So like, I actually watched the movie twice, So like the second time as I'm watching it, I'm like, since enough things in this movie mean other things, does like everything have a meaning? So like when he says that, is he like, he is nerdy enough that he has looked at society and already has like determined that society itself is going to crash, and like so he already is like, yeah, this is going to turn out bad because we're already past the line. We've already global warming and fracking, and now the zombies. Yeah, there's no turning back. This is just like a dead end street.
Oh, so Adam Driver,
like is like that, like his meaning. Or is it, like you said, Deadpool-y, like I broke the fourth wall, and just this hilarious, like this, it was like a hilarious movie that I never actually laughed at.
Yeah, it's weird, right? Like, I mean, it's American dry humor.
Right.
It's deadpan comedy because it's funny when you think about it, or like the things that are happening is funny when you think about it. But while you watch it, you're like, it's funny, but you're not like expressing the funny.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, and then we get the whole dialogue because then Bill Murray's like, well, how is this gonna end? And he's just, we gotta try our best.
Right. Right.
And so it's cool. It's a cool little like final fight scene where Adam Driver and Bill Murray are just mowing down like zombies. Bill Murray runs into Donald Glover, who gets eaten earlier in the movie, and he's just like, oh, I can't kill you, man. And then Donald Glover just goes away, which is funny. But then he sees Steve Buscemi's all like, oh, but you I can. So like the funny thing about like the zombies in this universe is that they all gravitate to the things that they used to do back in life. Right. Just like in I Am Hero, remember? Like some of those zombies retain some of the abilities or things like that. Because they're like, we get this funny montage of all these zombies overrunning this town, and they're like, Xanax.
Right, yeah, coffee. The kids are like, toys.
There's one guy's like Wi-Fi. Which I get.
You see a handful of the zombies are walking with like their cell phones in their hands.
Yeah. Which I guess is us, like my generation. It's just so. I mean, I guess the movie is really just saying is that we're all zombies in a way.
Right.
You know,
like I got that.
Yeah.
I definitely got that out of it as well. But then it was so like one of the like I didn't get this, but this is one of the things I read. One of like the I guess the theories was we're all so consumed by materialism, and we're so stuck in the way that the world is that we're just unwilling to change. So like these people are zombies because they're still searching for that one thing, but then also that also leads to like we're so stuck in like even like Kylo Ren, Adam Driver was like, I read the script but I'm unwilling to try to change it because that's the way it's written. That's the way my life is written out.
It's played out.
It's just
this is where I die.
Go fight and then get eaten by some zombies, and that's not really worth. There's no way for me to escape this, so I'm not even going to try.
Which is like, is totally opposite to what we've seen in other media, right? We always have a main character that's always trying to fight against fate.
Right, I know fate, but I'm the final girl. But if
yeah, and then you get trapped in this like weird paradox where like, well, if I do this, is it just written?
Right, exactly.
Yeah, but no. The best part of this film is obviously Adam Driver and Bill Murray's chemistry together. Because at the beginning of the film, when we get our first zombie attacks with the girls at the diner, Adam Driver comes in this smart car. And I don't know, I think there's just something funny about this guy that's like 6'4", driving this tiny smart car.
So I got two funny things.
Yeah.
About that. Neither one of them that I noticed the first time. Both were so obvious the second time because I looked it up and I saw. So his little smart car is red with a white stripe. So then the white stripe is the same like red with white stripe as Starsky and Hutch's car. And then as he pulls into the parking lot like really fast, it's Star Wars Speeder's slowdown sound.
Oh my God, is it?
I didn't notice it at all the first time, but then once I read the thing that said that, it's like the second time I was like, oh yeah, obviously.
It's blatantly obvious.
How did I not?
Oh, see, it would have been really sweet then if Bill Murray had the Ghostbusters car. I'd be like, oh, that's...
Oh, there was a mortician they could have had.
Exactly.
Oh, yes.
They really missed out on that part. But yeah, like, you know, and then when they're trying to figure out what the whole situation is, you know, Adam Driver's just like, zombies. Bill Murray's like, what? He's like, yeah, zombies. Ghouls. And then when we see the dead body of, what's her name? I don't know, Cheryl, in the dead girl in the police station. Yeah. And she's like, oh my God, she's I forgot what Chloe Sevigny says. Oh, she's alive. Adam Driver's like, no, she's undead.
No, she's dead. Well, I mean, she's not dead. She's undead.
And the funny thing is, like, she's like, Chardonnay. Holy shit, did she just say Chardonnay? and it's awkward because it's funny. The first zombie kill that we get is in this scene with Adam Driver, and he's trying to lop off the head of Cheryl.
Yeah.
And it is not as easy as it looks.
Yeah, it's like 4 swings.
I mean, Cheryl, she's not fat. She's not overweight. You know?
It's the oh my God.
Yeah, she's in a bunch of things.
She's in a bunch of she was one of the ghosts in Scrooged.
Oh, yeah.
With Bill Murray.
Yeah, and but man, he's taking like 4 or 5 whacks at it before it gets done. And the conversation that Adam Driver and Bill Murray have after that is hilarious. Because Bill Murray's like, well, those are good swings. You played some baseball, right?
He's like, it was like, oh, well, it was only like
a Class A.
Class A, but, you know, it was a while ago.
While Chloe Sevigny is in the background just looking mortified at this whole situation. Because even when she gets her head chopped off, her head rolls down to their feet, and she's like, Chardonnay.
Yep.
And then Bill Murray pops her in the face.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was really sad that Donald Glover didn't get to live, and I was really sad that before he got killed, he didn't say his most famous line. He's like, I should have retired years ago because I'm too old for this shit.
I thought that like a good time for him to say that was when the 2 waitresses were dead.
Yeah,
and then they were leaving the diner, and the police are there, and he's just like, I gotta go home and go to bed. And then he kind of like walks off to his truck, and I like totally like if he mumbled that like on his way walking out, I was like, say it.
And I think that's all by design, right? Because I think that line is probably trademarked by Lethal Weapon.
It might be
first, at least to say it in cinematic or TV.
Yeah,
because that's like his famous line. Because it's weird because Donald Glover, between Lethal Weapons, I don't really remember him coming out in too many other movies. I know he came out in Predator 2.
Right.
And then after that, I think he was in like, what, Grumpy Old Men or something like that.
Yeah.
It was like, man, he really took that line to heart. He went straight to the geriatric genre of movies.
It's weird. Like, I don't ever remember him before Lethal Weapon. Like, that was like, he went from like nothing. Maybe he was in movies or TV shows or something, but as far as I remember, he went from nothing to like, Lethal Weapon was like the biggest movie of the year. Like, it was like Star Wars big, at least
for
in my
action
head.
films.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because like I think that's like probably one of like Mel Gibson's first like major roles.
Well, like Mel Gibson, like I knew him. He was Mad Max and stuff like that.
Yeah, Mad Max.
And he was in a couple Australian movies, Gallipoli, and a couple other movies before that. But that was really like his big starring role also, because at least the Road Warrior, he didn't have much of a speaking role in that. I mean, like, he was the main guy, but it was still he was like this quiet
character,
ex-police guy who just driving around trying to avenge his wife's death.
Yeah, I mean, like, for me, Mel Gibson's first like major thing that I saw was Lethal Weapon, and I think because Lethal Weapon, like Mad Max and Road Warrior, I think those were primarily shot in Australia, right?
I think so.
And so maybe it didn't really reach me too much, because my mom loved watching all those old action films. She, especially Steven Seagal. I don't know why she loves Steven Seagal. It was between Steven Seagal, Jean-Claude Van Damme, and Chuck Norris.
Yep.
Everything else I watched on my own, but Mel Gibson, Lethal Weapon was the first one that she we watched together, and I was this is cool. Oh man, did he just dislocate his shoulder to get out of that straitjacket? Man, I don't want to try that, but that looks cool.
Right. Oh yeah, of course. If I was in a straitjacket, that's what I would do too.
Oh yeah. So yeah, this movie is jam packed with a whole bunch of people. Weirdly,
and there's so many like little jokes. Like RZA drives for UPS.
Whoops.
But it's WU dash PS woo PS.
Yeah. Oh my god! Why did I just get that now? I was just like thinking in my head, like when I saw it, I was like, "Oh, it's a World United Postal Service." I didn't even think about it. I was like, now I'm mad at myself. It's funny, and like the funny thing, with the scene with like with RZA and everything, where he's like talking to the comic book guy, and he's giving him like free comics,
right?
Like old comics too. That's probably
Creepy from 1961. Creepy number 72. I looked it up. Yeah. It's got a story in it called The Ghoul, but it's not on the cover, so it's not like it doesn't pop out as like zombie.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
I looked because I thought maybe that's another inside joke.
Is it worth a lot?
It's not.
No. But it's funny because he's like, he has this rapport with this guy, right? He's like, "Yo, what's up, Frodo?" And talking to him, but before RZA leaves, he's like, "Hey man, can you give me something to hold me over till next week?" And he's all like, "The world is perfect. Pay attention to all the details."
Yep.
And I was like, "Is the movie talking to me right now? Is it trying to tell me to pay attention and see all the small things?"
Right.
Yeah, this movie is riddled with so much that, like, this is like the thing too. I think this is what turns away a lot of major audiences to like these film festival movies, just because these stories aren't, what you would consider like blockbusters. Right. They're very niche. If people watch this, as I was trying to look for the high star, low star for our next section, I was like, man, a lot of people didn't like this because of this and that. Right. Yes. When the movie ended, I thought to myself, 25% of the people are going to think this movie was genius. Probably 15 to 20% of people are going to be like, it was entertaining. Yeah. And then the remaining,
60% are going to be on this verge of, I didn't like that, to this was the worst movie ever.
Well, like a good example of that is like, is this a movie you could show Teresa?
Oh, yeah. No, Teresa would hate this movie.
And that's the consensus.
Yeah. Yeah. She would watch it. She would not walk out on it. She would watch it all the way through. But I would owe her at least a dinner after this.
I can't believe you made me watch that dumpster fire.
And then, like, for like the next 3 weeks, whenever I suggest a movie, she'd be like, you're not allowed to suggest movies the rest of the month. We're going to watch The Good Witch.
What's that? Is that a movie?
It's like a set of movies from Hallmark Channel that got popular enough that they became it's like a more romantic version of Charmed.
So no action.
With no real magic.
Is it like Love Potion #9 with Sandra Bullock and Nicole Kidman?
Yes, it is more like that.
Yeah, see, that movie was also a disappointment because there was no boobies in that movie.
Oh, yeah, this is Hallmark Channel, so definitely no boobies.
Oh, wait, was Love Potion #9 a Hallmark? Like there was no boobies in that, I remember.
It may have been.
See, I don't even think we can save Hallmark movies. Hallmark, Oxygen, Lifetime. Sorry, you're totally off my radar. There's no Superman in that hoe. All right, Colby, let's go to our...
Any movie that's sandwiched between 2 episodes of Dr. Phil is out.
Yeah, exactly. All right, Colby, let's go to our ratings, our segment, High Star, Low Star. What do you want to go for today?
I usually do the High Star. Because I like this movie.
Yeah. So, do you want to do High Star?
Let's do High Star.
All right, go.
So we got John B123. Most people don't get it. 5 star. I laughed my rear end off during this whole movie. I love Bill Murray and his other work with Jim Jarmusch, who's the director. First, this isn't a zombie movie. There's more of a spoof and a satire on... It's more of a spoof and a satire on zombie movies. The humor is dry, like the difference between Jay Leno and David Letterman comedy. Oh, that's actually that's very, yes. That's a good description there. The Tilda Swinton part is so well done and deserves an Academy Award. The inside script jokes, well, I don't want to ruin the movie, but it's hilarious. The diverse cast really makes this movie stand out. As one reviewer said, no one else in the theater was laughing but me. If you have a weird sense of humor, you'll love this. So glad I bought it.
5 stars.
5 stars.
All right, and let's go for the 1 star. I always love these 1-star reviews because they, for some reason, it feels like they pull out like a thesaurus. So they could use like all these big words to add some validity to why they hate this movie, and it's because they didn't understand it. The only thing I would take a star off of this movie is because of the message that it has isn't done subtly. It's done pretty heavy-handed because towards the end we just get Hobo Bob just like, this is the result of all of your things.
Right. I know what you mean.
Yeah.
I almost felt like the movie was done and he was like, I don't think people are really going to get my message. So let me have Hobo Bob be sitting in a tree watching this final fight through his binoculars and kind of like narrate it.
Yeah, so that's the only thing. But we got 1 star from Dan. What did I just watch? Seriously, they actually released this travesty? When I first saw it, I thought, hey, it's got some star power behind it. So it should be a bit of a popcorn fun to watch. What does that mean? Could not be further from reality. Oh my God, what did they do here? The movie just ticked off a series of time-worn cliches and the most dry, uninspiring deliveries. It's your viewing displeasure to watch. That was a run-on sentence. Comma. Nothing clicks together as it just rambles blindly with odd bits tossed in for star screen time cameos. Oh, let's not forget the constant pimping of the entirely forgettable and annoying soundtrack song, which by the way is the movie title. See, that's where you needed a comma, Dan. Had potential if they had an actual writer and director, but whoever did this didn't have a clue. Neither do you, Dan.
It is funny that he says that because there is only one song in this. It's the opening theme song and the closing credit song, and they play it at least 6 times.
Yeah, and they mentioned the guy's name like 5 times.
Right. I think they were like, hey, we got a movie. It's got Bill Murray in it. We can't afford a song, but if you write it, we'll say your name at least 6 times during the movie, and we'll make you the only like song with words on the soundtrack, so you'll become famous.
Yeah, but I love the whole thing with Bill Murray hating this song like 100. So the scene that one of the funniest scenes I thought for me was when Adam Driver and Bill Murray, Chloe Sevigny, they go to the motel to get those kids out.
Right.
And they're all dead.
Yeah.
And then Adam Driver goes in there and he like slowly chops off their head one by one. And then before he goes to chop off Selena Gomez's head, he's like, "Oh, Dave, the day the dead won't die." All right, and he pockets that CD. It was like a real classy Adam Driver.
Right, steal from a dead body.
And then he brings the head out. He's like, "Yeah, now she's just a dead hipster from Cleveland." And then Chloe Sevigny's like super pissed. She's like, "You didn't have to do that. They're just dead." Well, like dead right now. And then Bill Murray reiterates like, "Well, now that they're just dead hipsters." Which,
the funny one on that song that like, so we get the opening credits and then you see Bill Murray and Adam Driver, and they're trying to use their CBs and they're not working because at this point they haven't figured out why, but their CBs aren't working, cell phones aren't working, and so Adam Driver's like, "Do you want me to just turn on the civilian radio?" And he's like, "Yeah, go ahead." And he turns on the radio in the car. And that song's playing, and Bill Murray's like, why does this song sound so familiar? And Adam Driver goes, "That's because it's the opening theme song."
Wait, does he say that? Oh my! I might have to rewatch this movie because apparently I missed a lot on the first round. He says that in the beginning.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like right after they leave Hobo Bob.
Yeah.
And then they do the credits, and it's the theme song that plays during the credits. And then they have the part where where it's like, why? It's 8:50. Oh, that was another, I guess apparently that's another joke where he's like, it's 8:20 and the sun's still out. Isn't the sun supposed to be down?
Yeah.
And Adam Driver's like, it's daylight savings time always messes me up. Apparently in one of George Romero's zombie films, there's a girl who's like, "It's 8:20. Why is the sun still up?" And the guy who's with her's like, "Oh, because we just had daylight savings time. Did you change your clock?"
Oh.
And so it's like another little throwback. I did not get that one. That was another one that I read.
Kobe, you're supposed to know these. You're supposed to be the George Romero aficionado.
I know that those are like small details that I like. And there was a bunch of, I guess there's a whole bunch of like little things like the names on like tombstones are like people that like directors and stuff that he had, and people he had worked with on scripts for. Like he was a big George Romero fan, so like the town that the girl says she's from, because he's like, oh, they're hipsters. I bet they're from Chicago. And she's like, blah, 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 Pennsylvania. I can't remember. But apparently that's the town George Romero was born in. Like, there's like a little weird things that are like, wow, you have to be a super cinephile to be getting some of those.
I feel like you just have to be a big fan of this director to understand those.
I guess there was a poster in the gas station where the guy's selling like all the horror stuff.
Yeah.
There's a poster in the background of like the old 60s show that was like horror show that was like had a host that like Elvira used to host like the midnight movie or whatever, and now it's Joe Bob Bridges does one, but apparently there was somebody who used to, and so there's a poster in the background of the one that he used to listen to, the director listened to when he was a kid. I feel like unfamiliar with that person, so that's why I didn't get that.
This guy made a whole bunch of references that only people close to him would understand.
Right.
The balls on this guy. Oh man, but we are coming up to our hour. I want to thank you guys for joining us. If you're a new listener, the way that we do our reviews is in 4 sections. We have Stream It, DVD It, Blu-ray It, and Ultimate Box Collection, which, man, I don't really... This guy doesn't have too many movies.
I know he's got at least 4 other movies that came out before this.
Yeah.
None of them had like theatrical releases. And apparently they're all amazing.
Yeah,
and
I know there's like Patterson and only, what's it called? Dead Lovers Only Alive or something like that with
I don't know.
Anton Yelchin.
But I'm definitely going Ultimate Box Collection because I need to see his other movies.
Oh man, for me, yeah, I did look up his IMDb because I wanted to see what other movies he's done. I know the one that I was talking about where it's like Dead Lovers Alive or whatever is with Tom Hiddleston and Tilda Swinton, where they're vampires. And I don't know who the other one is. I think it's the movie's called Patterson. Let me look this up really quick. But yeah, I just
one's called like Pleasant. Actually, it's got a handful of stuff.
Well, like a lot of it's like shorts, documentaries.
Okay.
Oh yeah, it's Patterson with Adam Driver.
Okay.
Oh, I think that's the movie where he says, good soup.
So see, yes, definitely. I gotta pick this up.
You gotta go for Ultimate Box Collection.
I honestly, I get paid Friday, so I'm gonna go look and see if there's a box. Because it would also be cool. You got a disc in there with had like a handful of little shorts on it too. I'd love to watch some of his little short stuff.
I think for me, I would go Blu-ray. I think this is a pretty solid deadpan comedy that my friends might or might not get. I know I'm like the guy that like I'm the guy in the group that watches all the weird stuff.
Right. Yeah.
You know? But I think this is strong enough to show to, if you have a good group of friends that do like movies.
Absolutely.
Strong enough one to see. And then obviously on the Blu-ray, you could have a whole bunch of things added onto there, like the director talking about his little Easter eggs. Interviews with Bill Murray and Adam Driver would be pretty cool to see. Maybe some deleted scenes, or maybe where some storylines were supposed to go, like with like the kids.
Yes, because somebody else was supposed to be in this movie, and then there was like a Tom Hardy. So, who's the current James Bond?
Daniel Craig.
Daniel Craig was supposed to be in this, and then he couldn't because it was scheduling conflict with some other movie he was doing.
Knives Out,
and they cut his role.
That's a shame because I know, Daniel Craig and Adam Driver has worked together before.
Because when I was looking through the IMDb, it shows him, and I was like, Was he a zombie? How did I miss him? What in the world?
Oh, and then you looked it up and saw they got cut.
Yeah. So he
funny.
actually did never even get filmed.
Yeah.
He was just part of the original pre-film cast.
All right, and so before we end our episode, we are going to start our new segment, which I know we're always adding segments, but you never know, right? But so since this is my month, I get to pick the movies, and so I had this list. Not really, because I just looked it up right now. But me and Kobe are going to try to guess what the movie is about based off of the movie poster.
Right.
So next week's movie, I hope you guys are excited for this, is a foreign film, which I believe is in French, but don't quote me on that. But it is called Teddy from 2020. So we have a guy standing in front of a yellow drape.
Right, with a furry paw coming out.
All right, so what are your guesses what this movie is about?
I feel like it's either going to be werewolfishy, like he turns into it.
Yeah.
Or he has a teddy that turns into a monster.
Okay.
But I think there's a transformation in there.
All right. I think this movie is going to be about an imaginary friend that comes back when he's an adult because he has a psychotic break.
Oh.
So those are our guesses. We will see if we were right at the beginning of next week's show.
Yes.
All right, guys. Thank you guys for joining us. Make sure you click down below. We have links to our Amazon affiliates where you guys can go shop because you're going to buy stuff on Amazon anyway and make Daddy Bezos more money. But, you know, if you guys want to help us out, that's always awesome.
And if you want to talk to us and say hi, probably the easiest ways are Facebook. Who watches us?
Podcast.
Oh, who watches this podcast? And it's give us some suggestions, some loves, some likes, some shares. You know, get the world listening to us so that we make more than the 7 cents a month we make off of our Amazon affiliate.
So sad. Thank you guys for joining us. My name is Barry.
This is Colby.
And this is Who Watches This. If you guys want to check out who does our theme music, it is Lee Rosevere. It's called Arcade Montage. It's on her Music for Podcast 3 album, and her Bandcamp is down below.
Thank you.